everybody, please answer this question. What is your understanding about the word heat?
Heat, you mean? The
Pressure.
temperature is very high.
The temperature
It's
is
like
very
super
high, extremely high.
It's just like that.
Means to say it's too hot, right? Okay, if you may wonder, where are those heats coming from? How the heat is transferred? What are the different sources of heat? Don't you know that your body produces heat? Yes or no? Really?
I know because we already kind of like.
Okay, so your body also produces heat, okay, by converting food into chemical reactions of energy through digestion. Every time we work, we have our energy to do work. We are producing heat. Our body also produces heat. Do you understand? And there were situations, there were times that we also experienced, no? Our body felt warm. Why? Because our surroundings are hot. No? So we are experiencing hot summer days or due to bright sunny days. No? Due to extreme heat coming from the sun. So, of course, our body reacts. Our body temperature also rises based on our conditions in the surroundings, our environment. Okay, what else, guys? When is the time or what situations that, okay, there is also a transfer or production of heat? In what way? Give me few basic situations. Okay, once when you were under the heat of the sun or under the exposure of sunlight. Once you don't have air condition or electric fan in your room during summertime. It's too hot, right? What else? When you are doing your cooking. Am I right? When you guys are doing your cooking activity. So in your kitchen, usually slightly or mild, okay, there is a presence of heat within the surroundings of our kitchen. Okay, so to continue, you may wonder how thermal energy, what do you mean by the word thermal? Thermal means heat. The word thermal. Thermal means heat. Energy means a force or pressure exerted from inside or outside the body. So the word transfer means to say that from the original components, okay, the movement of energy from one place to another. That's mainly the reason or causes why heat will transfer from one place to another or from one body to another within our surroundings. So therefore, our focus this time is what we call heat and energy. So there is what they call kinetic molecular theory. What do you mean by that? Kinetic molecular theory. The word kinetic means moving. Moving force. Kinetic. When you talk about static, at rest, not moving. That's what we call static. So, but there is still potential, but it's at rest. It's not moving. Alright? So, in what three ways is thermal energy transferred? So, there are three important ways how heat is being transferred from one place to another object. One, we have to remember the word temperature. Okay, you can follow me page number 37 all the way through. All about heat and energy. So, how heat energy is transferred? So temperature, the word temperature, it is a measurement of the average kinetic energy of the particles in a material. So, as you have noticed in there, no? There is degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit unit. Take note of this one. Okay? We have to be more familiar about laboratory thermometer, lab thermometer. We also have to be more familiar about digital thermometer. So, this measurement, this is part of an indicator that we can describe. When we talk about temperature, the hotness and coldness of an object. Okay? How hot or how cold the object is, or how hot or how cold is your room. Something like that. Okay? And what equipment that we need to determine? We have room thermometer or laboratory thermometer. We can also, nowadays, we have already upgraded digital thermometer to easily determine the condition of temperature in our surroundings when it comes to room temperature. Right? So again guys, what basic unit that we refer to when we talk about temperature? Our basic unit is degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit. Do you understand? And what is the SI unit, the standard unit? So in international standard unit, we refer to the unit of Kelvin for the international standard unit. Now, let's proceed to the next word about heat. Okay? What is heat? H-E-A-T. Heat. In Pasokay, what is it? Okay. So the movement of thermal energy from a region of higher temperature to a region of lower temperature. So say for example guys, you started lighting up a fire, burning flame of your methane gas or gas stove. Then you put a hot pot with rice or any ingredients there to boil up. So after a while you may wonder, okay, where is the heat coming from? Where does it start? Of course from high temperature of the fire, right? Then it will spread out, scattered through the lower region or lower temperature, and then eventually evenly distributed throughout the area of the materials. And after a while, now we were able to cook whatever things that we need to cook or ingredients that we need to prepare for our cooking. It's because there is an even distribution of heat. Next one. Please remember, take note of the word conduction. Take note about the word conduction. What is conduction? Conduction is a transfer of thermal energy due to collisions between particles. Okay. So how conduction takes place? Simple. We're burning something and we put those things, especially in conduction, guys, we leave the fire or flame. Okay? The heat will scatter throughout the object like hot plate or hot pot. Okay? So the word conduction, it easily conducts and flows the heat throughout the way. So this is mainly the example of conduction. Okay. Next one we have radiation. So this one, the radiation, the transfer of thermal energy by electromagnetic waves. So in what way, guys? What have you noticed this time? Okay, let's go back to this. Where is the conduction there? The pressure. You see, right? Now we're changing the position to radiation. So you look at the collision between particles. How the heat is transferred due to energy or forces. Okay? So the pressure of heat exerted during boiling or evaporating the substance. Right? Okay. So the radiation there is the presence of fire. Okay? The light, the flame, the burning flame. You understand? That is radiation. The main substance, how heat is created. Okay? The presence or the pressure of heat. Okay? You can feel, you can touch that one. We can feel if the heat is strong or not. Based on the flame, the color of lights coming from the flame. You understand, guys? That's radiation. Go by. Convection. Please take note with the word convection. Convection is the transfer of thermal energy by the movement of particles from one part of a material to another. Okay? So this is a convection. Convections means to say